Hello and happy Monday, everyone. I'm joined by Miguel. Miguel Mondays. No, that's not a thing. I just looked for a word to rhyme there.
Good morning.
So today we're playing kind of a classic, but remastered. You're in a race, so we'll just get into it. We are playing Burnout Paradise Remastered. Let me boost this sweet jams a little bit.
Yeah, as you can see, I'm playing the DeLorean.
The pseudo-DeLorean.
The pseudo-DeLorean, as we can call it.
And you're like in hovercraft mode. You're not even wheels down right now.
Correct. We're playing a mission called Marked Man, or I believe a rival car is targeting me, and it's going to try to stop me from reaching this checkpoint. So yes, Burnout Paradise Remastered is now available, I believe, for
trial.
EA,
so EA Early Access. If you have EA Early Access, you get to play 10 hours, early if you have that service. If you don't, the game comes out March 16th, so that's in a few days here.
For $40.
Is it 40?
I believe so.
Wow. That one is a shocker to me. Hold on.
My apologies if sorry to get off topic, guys, but
no, you're good.
Okay.
Hold on. Where's Remastered? I'm just double checking the cost. Yep, $40.
Okay.
I believe. Wait. Is that?
Ooh.
Yep, it is. $39.99. Oh, look at you! You got wrecked
Already. So hey guys, yeah, it's about like I believe the 10-year anniversary of the game. I might be off by a few months, but I consider Burnout Paradise to be one of the best open world driving games out there. Though as a remaster, you may not see that many like huge differences. Because the original game already looked great as it was, it had already come out on backwards compatibility on
360 or on the Xbox?
On 360. Yeah, it originally
360.
came out on PS3 and Xbox 360.
Okay.
This version, at least, I mean, if you're hesitant about the $40 price point, I will add that it does include all the prior DLCs, as hinted by the fact I am driving the DeLorean. So yeah,
you lost. There you go.
I did.
What's up, RC1013? Thanks. It said basically, after watching reruns of your streams from PUBG to Into the Breach, I can finally watch one live. Glad you can tune in live. Odi Pan H says, yeah, 10-year anniversary was past January 22nd.
Thank you.
Thank you. What's up, Tac Muns? How are you doing? Hello to Hassan Al Zayden. How are you doing today?
Let's do a race.
Okay, let's do a race. Show me a race.
Ready to race? You are here.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Race west to the wind farm.
Just so you guys know, too, John Luke will probably be doing a smaller feature, but one later this week. He really loves this game. It's one of his favorites.
And I should also add that our illustrious news editor Chris Pereira and I are working on a feature on some of the best open world racing games that have ever come out. I'm writing some blurbs about this game, Smuggler's Run 2 by Rockstar, Forza Horizon, particularly 2, and a few other games. I know Chris has written a few things about Driver and Carmageddon, so look out for that.
Cartella says, I'm so pumped for this game. Yeah, it's coming out soon, the 16th, or as we mentioned earlier, if you have EA Early Access, you can play for 10 hours, on your Xbox One. So definitely get on that if you want to test it out. What's up, Captain Arabia? How are you? Hello, Exotic Maniac. He or she says, good evening, everyone. Happy to see this game get a remaster. Man, you love destroying your DeLorean. All right, no problem, though. Right back in it. RC1013 says, at GameSpot, I love Burnout, childhood memories, and you're awesome in the streams. I remember when you tried to be late to a meeting to get to Metal Gear during the live stream and survive. Yeah, I was definitely late to that meeting, and I was very disappointed that we never got the Metal Gear, which would have been a perfect excuse. Like, hey, we were summoning a Metal Gear. Of course I'm gonna be late, but instead I had to be like, we were trying to summon. Anyways, you get the point. What's up, Grana Banana?
So one really awesome thing about, I believe, the Burnout series is a sign of a great video game series is that different fans like different installments.
Yep.
I know there's a large contingent of Burnout fans who actually don't like Burnout Paradise as much as some other installments, even though those are offline games or have limited online playability. I think like there are a lot of fans of like 3 and Revenge. I don't know if anyone on the chat can attest to that.
Yeah. Well, we'll see if chat will catch up in a second here, and then they'll share their opinions on if you think this is the best Burnout or what is your favorite Burnout. Excuse me. Choked a little bit there. Zero Phoenix excited for Kirby out this Friday. Here's an interesting one. Manon T says, they feel like this is kind of underwhelming for $40. You've probably played about an hour or two so far, not counting so far today. So it's probably harder for you to technically give me an answer. But do you feel like $40 is a little bit pricey for what this is?
It's a little, I think. I mean, I think it feels like at the most a $30 game.
Okay.
If you see shut it down to add it to your car collection.
This is someone who, I probably put in maybe 50 hours into the original game.
Okay.
Personally, I have every motivation to 100% this one because before I had a chance to 100% my original game, my original playthrough, I had a save corruption. And
ouch.
Yeah. Nothing against. It wasn't anything to do with Burnout. It was actually my entire save data on my entire PS3.
Jeez. Crazy. Super jump. Look at that. What's up, PSPD 40? How are you doing? Thanks for tuning in. Let's see.
One other interesting thing when I spoke to Alex Ward, the creative director of Criterion at the time, he had a very interesting anecdote telling me about apparently Hideo Kojima, his wife, Suda51, and his wife used to have these late night Burnout marathon sessions.
Dang.
Yeah. And I forget which spouse got affected, but apparently they were playing at the time of that famous PSN outage, and one of their save files got corrupted.
Oh, no.
Yeah. I don't know if it was Hideo Kojima's wife or Suda51's wife, but they tried to put in a call to Alex almost immediately, and he was like, "I'm so sorry. There's nothing I can do."
That sucks. Yeah. Because I am a noob when it comes to Burnout in the series, is there actual road rage mode?
Well, there are destructive modes, and I think that's sort of one of the reasons why this game is so revered, because despite how many open world games, let alone arcade style racing games in the open world, have come out since, there really hasn't been any game that really captures sort of the destructive appeal.
Gotcha.
Of this.
Okay, because someone was basically saying everyone he watches usually just does the races or the stunts, but no one does that destructive stuff,
right.
I guess. Some of the chat's favorite Burnouts are coming through. RC1013 says regular Burnout on GameCube. I don't know if he's trolling, though, because he put Kappa faces. Nate's 9, Burnout 3 is the best. Let's see. Do we have any more? Shloshin, I'm sorry if I butchered your name, asks, when does it release? The remaster for Burnout Paradise releases March 16th on Xbox One and PS4. Correct? I'm pretty sure. And if you want to play it early, though, and you happen to have EA Early Access, you can play that on the Xbox One for 10 hours before you look into purchasing. So maybe if you have EA Early Access, which I believe is is it $5 a month?
I think so.
Roughly, something like that.
Yeah.
So you could ostensibly just check this out for 10 hours if you want to sign up for a month of EA Early Access for $5. Master Blaster says, go Road Rage. Oh my God, I want to see crashes. All right, we can do that maybe in a little bit. Master Blaster, Burnout 3 for sure. IA Acura says, I love Paradise. PSPD 40, my favorite Burnout games are Burnout Revenge. Odipon says, I only played this one, but I can see it being my preferred over the others. Hussein Judge says, Burnout Revenge. Is this already the remake? Yes, we are playing the remake. We have like a copy early, so just showing this off. Either to see if you guys might be sparked, your interest might be sparked, or just kind of reliving an old classic.
And playing this, and even like the original versions, I'm reminded how very, very few arcade-style open-world racing games look like, they run at 60 frames per second. Despite how much I love Forza Horizon, you don't get that. And it's very refreshing to play something like this that actually has like arcade-style controls. Even though Forza Horizon is sort of seen as sort of the more accessible version of the Forza franchise over Motorsport, it definitely doesn't have sort of like this looseness and accessibility of the controls as Burnout Paradise.
Toastman X or Chris Pereira, jeez, can't talk today. Burnout Parties sounds fun. Yeah. Devin Thornhill asking, how are you guys doing? I'm doing good. Mondays are always a little bit of a challenge, just getting back into the workflow.
Did you adjust to daylight savings okay?
I did for the most part. It was weird all yesterday just because it's like the whole time you're thinking, oh, it's later than it should be. Right. I feel pretty refreshed, but also this is kind of weird. I kind of like, spring forward or daylight, because you get an extra hour of sunlight,
right,
which I think is great. It makes you feel like, at least for me, when I leave work, I'm like, oh, cool, the sun's still out.
Right.
Like, I don't know. It's probably just a mental thing.
I wonder if, let's see. Okay, I can do Road Rage. I'm going to work on Find Road Rage. I forget what the icon looks like.
Master Blaster, if you know what it looks like, please tell me so that I can get Miguel on his way there.
According to the records, I have played a Road Rage.
Yeah, I agree with most of the chat. Like, I don't know if this is worth $40, but
and also it makes you wonder whether or not EA is using this as sort of like a
cash grab,
or also a trial bed. If
but for other stuff,
yeah, if it's gonna.
Oh, you think that testing the $40 price point or testing remasters in general?
Testing the $40 price point for remasters.
Okay, so there you go.
Yeah.
Robert McCready, Eric Tay is the stream lord. I try to be. Not always, but I try to be. At least here.
Wash.
Oh, still good. Wrecked.
See, so I got. Oh.
Took out that other car though. So this is this the one?
Yes.
Okay, so here we go. We're doing takedowns. We've got taken out. We got to do 3 takedowns here.
I got to do 3 takedowns, and I think, yes, there is something to be said about the flimsy construction of this DeLorean wannabe.
Don't expect to win a road rage if you're
All right, let's try that again. We'll try another road rage.
Okay.
Gunzilla says, I prefer Burnout 2 takedown.
See, yeah, everyone has different fondness for different, burnouts. I'm going to go to a garage and get something slightly sturdier.
It's Just Nick says, it's finally back, winky face. Yep.
And we should also check out, I'm going to check out Big Surf Island at some point. That was the
nice. Okay.
The expansion.
Console Hot says, we want to see F-Zero. Didn't they do like, there was a very, like, heavily inspired F-Zero game. I don't know if it's out yet, but I remember seeing it at PAX a year or two ago. And the name is eluding me, but there is a game that's heavily inspired by F-Zero that is either coming out or has come out, and I just can't remember the name. Maybe someone in chat can help me. Toastman X, I'm not Chris. I thought Toastman X was. Oh, you know what it is? Toastman, I think I'm so used to his name being Smoking Man X in or something like that in
That's true.
That I kind of mixed the two up. So I'm sorry, Toastman, but I know you're always here, so I always thought you were Chris, but you're not. Thank you for telling me that. My bad.
Figure out. Change vehicles.
Stan Edward Anthony said Criterion Games should just continue making Burnout. It's been best for that. Just when EA made a tie-up with Criterion, releasing Need for Speed, Most Wanted, Rivals, etc., the reputation of Criterion has fallen. Their opinion, obviously.
Take down other drivers before they total your car or you run out of time. Take the battle.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely do miss Criterion as we used to know them. I know much of the team who stayed were pretty much absorbed into Ghost Games, the studio that has made a number of the
Did you get him? Nice.
the more recent Need for Speeds. I believe it was Need for Speed Hot Pursuit that felt the
Nice.
most Criterion-esque for me.
That shouldn't count. Oh, that was good.
News.
News car. News car. I was going to say, not worth $40 is kind of silly to say when you look at how much DLC there is. So, all the DLCs are free?
Yes, they come with it. Yes.
Okay, that was a question from Just Nick. Okay, so according to Ben Janka, he feels it's worth, I guess, right? Because there's a lot of DLC. So, maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah, between all the cars. Okay. Let's see here.
Mr. B Fox says, testing the viability of the fabled Mass Effect trilogy remastered.
Right.
Maybe. I don't know.
Okay.
Ooh, yeah. Take that, other car. Master Blaster said his record's 111. That's for takedowns, I'm guessing. That's pretty crazy.
That's pretty crazy, but believable.
We're currently just on an Xbox One, not an X. Yeah, we'll go to you said Surf City, right? We'll go to Surf City later. Ooh, takedown frenzy. We're on a frenzy right now, Miguel. You gotta keep it up. Oh yeah, 6 in a row. I'm surprised there isn't like an NBA Jam guy. Like he's heating up. From downtown. Let's see. Karaz Sensei says it's good to be back in Paradise City, but it looks like nothing else is upgraded about the graphics? Question mark? LOL.
Yeah,
Wait,
and
you win. Oh, because did you get wrecked?
I hit my minimum.
Yeah.
So
Dang, did he get 111 in one go? That's pretty crazy.
The Krieger Pioneer is now on the streets of Paradise City.
PSPD 40 GameSpot. Have you gotten the chance to play Quantum Break? I have not played Quantum Break.
I have played Quantum Break.
It's like a hybrid, right? Kind of. It's like Max Payne-ish with
Yes.
a little bit of like Alan Wake somewhere in there.
With some time manipulation.
Ooh, Randy Orton out of nowhere RKO's us and gives us a sub. What's up, Randy Orton? Congrats to your winning of the. Was it the he won a belt last night? I forget. He took it from Bobby Roode. That's all I know. Sorry if I just spoiled that if you didn't watch it yet, but whatever. I RKO'd you out of nowhere then. Are the EA servers available or is it offline only?
That's a good question. I mean, I could check.
Nah, do it later.
Okay.
It's fine. We can check later. Also, you can change the playlist. We do have a request from our John Luke, and I guess we'll indulge him at some point, but I'm not looking forward to it.
Let's see. I believe.
What's up, Gunzilla? Hello.
Big Surf City's this way. This is also one of the earliest games series that introduced sort of like risky driving, rewarding for risky driving. I mean, I'm getting more boost by doing risky behavior in.
All right, we're at Big Surf Island, or
namely going
I think so.
Yeah, namely going the opposite direction.
Damn.
Yeah, it's a lot of
Car parts.
Yes.
Oh man.
Well, welcome to Big
Oh,
Surf
that's
Island.
a good question. I'm not sure. MRC NDG says, can you play with the people who have the original non-remastered version?
That's a very good question.
I don't know. Guys, does the game have multiplayer crossplay with other consoles? I doubt that very much. I mean, if they can't get Fortnite for PS4 and Xbox One to play yet, I don't.
Clock is ticking.
It keeps circling back to Sony being
Yes.
the last party that doesn't want to, or the last person to want to join the party. And there's obvious reasons, right? There's obvious business reasons of like, there's exclusivity of stuff. But I don't know. I don't see why you wouldn't want something like where Fortnite players, for example, couldn't play against each other, Xbox One and PS4. But hey, don't change the song yet. I love my curse, says Azure Phoenix. You got it.
Yeah, I mean, Microsoft's been very, I guess, assertive in their messaging about like how much they do want cross-platform.
Okay. Ooh, I don't know, Remy Canadian.
Oh, where's the next one?
I'm feeling it. I'm not usually into metal, but every now and then. Oh, well, do you consider this metal? Or just more of just screamo? It's probably just more screamo. We'll go with screamo. I like screamo. Sorry if I said metal and people are going to get upset about metal, but probably go more with screamo.
Okay.
I went through my phase.
I'm feeling my age because that's the first time
Screamo?
I've actually
Screamo
heard of the
is
genre.
like emo music where there's a
Right.
lot of screaming.
Right.
So like
I figured that.
in some cases, you know, I think even trying to think of other bands. There's a bunch I listened to that I can't remember now. Listened to more in college. Armor for Sleep.
Well, you could have totally made up that band name.
Nope. Listen, I love Armor for Sleep. There's a bunch. It is metal, says Azure Phoenix. Okay, woo. It's Cyborg Man saying it's also screamo. Sounds great. I wasn't wrong then. That's good. Portal Scout. Goddamn Sony.
All right.
Oh, so there was a question, and I don't know if you know the answer, but will save games from the 360 be transferable via the cloud?
Ooh, that's a very good question. I'm guessing no, but
Okay.
that's totally unsubstantiated guess.
I will accept Screamo, though since I'm not actually a fan of screaming music. Kill Switch Engage, though go back and forth. Okay. It's metalcore, says Div1X. Okay, thank you. Didn't even know that was a thing. Philanthropy's been really getting into that emo rap. I didn't even know emo rap was a thing. What the hell is emo
I
rap?
could see emo rap being a thing.
What?
Yeah.
Who's the new band, or who's a band that I can relate to? Oh, jeez. Oh, we taking down cars. Get him. Yeah. Oh, how did you not get the other guy, too?
Right.
Oh, see you later. Oh. Good save, good save. Oh, that's unfortunate. I see what you're going for, though.
Yes.
Metal as F, says Devin Thornhill. Okay. Gunzilla asking, at GameSpot, I have this on backwards compatible on Xbox One. Is it worth getting again?
How much have you played? That's the thing. I mean, how much have you played? How much do you love the game? It's so...
Do you get all the DLC with the backwards?
No.
Okay, so there's at least that too, right?
Right.
With this version.
Yeah, the end of a road rage isn't always.
Do you have another car?
You gotta think of them as battle
Yes,
scars.
I am embarrassed to say I forgot how to access the garage.
Okay. Chat, tell me where I can tell him to switch cars. They need additional D in this game? Oh man, it's so different. We cannot become the DK in this game. Oh. Where are your wives? I don't have one, and his is probably at work.
Yeah, she works from home most of the week.
Zero Phoenix, Eminem, question mark. He's been rapping in emo forever. It's more like an angry rapper. Yeah, exactly, Saturina. Takedown mode needs some sort of hype man to cheer you on every time you build up a chain of takedowns, to be honest. That's what I'm saying, like NBA Jam. He's heating up. Boom, shakalaka.
Yeah, that's a very good point, yeah.
Kid Cudi is emo rap? Really? I did not know that. Lil Peep, Joe Budden's emo rap? What?
Jump, drift, boost.
I did
You
not
think
even
Those
know
combos.
this was a thing.
It's stunt
I mean, if you know their lyrics, Tay,
Brown icon on the map.
Okay.
Thank you, Portal Scout.
I mean, Tay, if you like think about the lyrics of these familiar rappers, could
Okay.
you say that their themes are emo?
I don't know. Okay, so I'm a terrible person. I don't actually listen to music necessarily for the lyric part of it.
Right.
Like I'll remember the hooks and things like that, but I listen more for the beat, the melody, and sometimes the lyrics and the rap, but most of the time it's just how it sounds. I like Kid Cudi though.
Right.
But like I did not know that would be considered emo rap though. Anthony Varela asking, besides DLC, does the remaster have any additional content?
No, not that I know of.
Can you give me some Avril?
Yes, I can Tay, are you asking me that, or is the chat asking me that?
I'm asking.
Okay,
for it.
yeah, I can give
All
you
right,
some
John Luke. I swear to God, I hope you're watching right now. If not, you missed your chance here. I'll also field other soundtrack requests here, but we're about to put you.
But wait, if I just pressed,
I think you have to. I think you might have to disable all the everything else for now. How many tracks are there? How many do we have to? Oh, there's a lot, isn't there?
yeah, I'm not gonna turn off all of these.
I see.
I mean, I pressed accept, so it might already play.
Okay, well, nope.
No.
Same song. Can you skip songs? Like, do you have like a button to like fast forward to the next song?
Good question. I think maybe let me check the D-pad.
Okay. No, that's an event. No, you're still doing an event. Or finish the event first, and then we'll figure it out, so I don't screw you up here. Press Y and turn them all off. Oh. Ben Jankin wants that Avril. Do you guys think there needs to be another Def Jam game? I mean, sure, but when's the last? I don't even. Is Def Jam still a thing?
Def Jam, that was a fighting game, right?
Yeah. But like, are they still even a thing right now? Like, who's part of Def Jam? That's newer. What? Who? What? Oh, Logic is part of Def Jam? Apparently, Alesso is 2 Chainz. Wow, there's a lot of people. Alessia Cara? Is this legit? Kanye? All right, let's see. Who could we have fight who, though? Kanye, Q-Tip, Pusha T, Jeezy, Jadakiss. Oh, man, Jadakiss. That's some old school right there for me. Big Sean. I don't give a about you. I don't know, man. There's no way they're going to make a fighting game again. There's no way. That's more people than I thought there would be, though. Citrina says, whatever song is playing right now kind of sounds like the theme song from the Beyblade anime, but more down-tempo. All right.
I got close. I got surprisingly
DJ Atomic
close
here
than I
to
thought
let you
I'd
know
be.
that Paradise City is a haven for hotshots that want to show off their driving skills. It's all about looking for the runs, knowing the spots, and not
How about
worrying
Kesha
about the
versus
lateral
Britney
damage.
Spears? Press the touch pad on for the X. I don't know. Does it LB to skip songs? Left bumper? No. Maybe it's different in this. All right. Why don't you just do what Ben
Here we
said?
go.
Oh, we got it. Oh man, I regret everything.
Oh, this song. Okay.
I almost want to tell you just to skip it now.
Oh.
What have I done? Stan Edward Anthony's asking, Shadow of the Colossus is my favorite game, but not including Fumito Ueda
Build up your collection of cars,
anywhere
then
during
find
the
a
remake
junkyard
wasn't
like this
fair.
one
He
to
was the
switch
creator
your
of the
ride.
masterpiece.
There
What do
are
you
5
guys think?
junkyards to find in Paradise City.
I'm not invested enough into that series to give you a solid answer. I mean, the remaster of that game by Bluepoint was very good.
Remake.
The remake of that game by Bluepoint, thank you, Miguel,
No problem.
was gorgeous. That game, I mean, to me, if you can get that game into more people's hands, I think that's awesome.
I agree.
I streamed it like twice on different occasions, and I thought that the remake looked pretty cool. And Bluepoint now is apparently working on a bigger scale remake. Is it remake or remaster? I know they're working on something else.
Have they announced what it is?
They haven't announced what it is. They just said that they're working on something else that I can't remember if it was a remake or a remaster, but they're working on something bigger. And a lot of people are speculating maybe Demon Souls, which would be awesome, but I have no idea. But Bluepoint, in terms of their remake, remasters, they have a good track record.
Considering not only their track record, but this progression of having done all these Konami games pretty darn well, and then progressing to a full-on remake of Shadow of the Colossus, Demon Souls makes sense.
Give me that. I haven't beaten anything past the first boss, so I'd love to have I would love to visit that game in a with a fresh coat of paint. for myself at least. So Konami better give Metal Gear Solid to Blue Point again.
Though, I mean, yeah, I mean, think about that distinction between remasters and remakes. I mean, I see that copy of Twin Snakes in our lounge area, and I'm like tempted to like play that on my break.
Okay, so it is a remake, their next game. Kamura Tetsu also saying, yeah, I heard Demon Souls. Anthony Varela says Metal Gear Rising remake. Lol. Demon Souls is dead. It lives on private servers, Master Blaster. The online is dead, though, yes.
I forget how many years after Skater Boy did Girlfriend come out, because
He was a skater boy.
I mean, I don't know if Girlfriend qualifies as sort of like a comeback single, or
Does it?
was she already like consistently churning out hits in between Skater Boy and Girlfriend?
The funny thing is, before anyone even asked me to play one of her songs in this game, Jean-Luc being the person in bed, I was just thinking to myself the other day, I was like, oh, Avril Lavigne. I wonder what she's been up to. She hasn't done a song in hella long that I can remember. Now, someone can correct me if I'm wrong, but she definitely was screamo, though, right?
I mean,
she was a little emo there.
I'd like to think she's doing well for herself.
Probably. Garrett Jackson says, yo, I can't wait to play this game again, man. Oh, still good. Stick the landing. Nice.
I forgot there isn't like any burnout or acceleration on bikes.
Over Hunter 1 says, but how about that Mass Effect writer leaving Mass Effect Studio again? Any bets on how long until he probably returns? But John Luke was telling me that that specific writer was doing more of like stuff for like Old Republic, I think, or things that weren't necessarily gonna affect. Because like a lot of people were like, oh, like what's gonna happen to Anthem? And then it turns out like I don't even think he was really working on like Anthem. So I don't know. We'll see. Who knows? It's not a good sign though, for sure. Especially since the fallout of Andromeda. But whatever. Remaster Lollipop Chainsaw. Let's not get ahead of ourselves here. Ahmed Hani. Why are the streets so empty? I don't know. They're afraid of us.
I think it's because it's the bike thing.
Oh, okay.
We've got some toy cars.
Yeah, just pick something. And please switch the song. I can't stand Avril anymore.
Okay.
She had her time. Oh, what is that? The Mesquite. Its boost type is aggression.
This is an aggression class car.
PSPD says, GameSpot, just because you listen to music that has screaming in it didn't technically mean you're emo. Oh, I didn't say that I'm emo. I'm just saying that. Oh, so you're saying that Avril Lavigne is an emo? I mean, most of the time when they're screaming, I assume there's some emo-ness in there, but maybe that's a bad assumption. Maybe that's what you're trying to tell me. Badger King, LOL, I was just thinking about Avril yesterday. I searched her up, and she hasn't made a song since 2013. But apparently, she's coming back this year. Who would have knew? Interlinked Media, Onimusha was legit. Yes, legit until the third one, where I fell off and couldn't handle... God, what's his name? He's the professional.
Travel? Yeah.
He's the professional. What's his...
Jean Reno?
Jean Reno. I just couldn't do it, man. He frustrated me on so many levels playing as I just couldn't do it.
I forget, he also had as much like melee combat, like weapon access as Takeshi Kaneshiro, right?
Is that really true? Avril is the new lead singer of Cannibal Corpse. Are you making that up?
What kind of genre is Cannibal Corpse?
Metal? Death metal?
Oh.
No, it's not. I don't see anything in the wiki. Hold on, let me Cannibal Corpse, Avril Lavigne. Oh, it's a searchable thing here. Nope. Don't see anything there.
Oh. Using one of the starter cards.
The reason the streets are empty is because Batman cleaned the streets. Sure. Fine. MRC NDG says, waiting for Onrush. Hope it's good. Have you played that one yet?
No, but I'm excited about it.
Okay. Noah Furious, this game was so amazing. I was 5 when the original game came out. Sadly, I'm 16 this year, and because of high school, I'm restricted right now. Hey, man. Technically, shouldn't you be... I'm not going to ask. I'm just not gonna ask.
Well, people have period. I mean, they've
In between or
Yeah.
study period, or he's in the library, or he or she's in the library. Tenchu used to be great too. Hey, you never know, man. That From game that they teased, who knows if that's a new Tenchu. There was like a line in there, like the quote was like a line a boss said. Like, who knows? Because it's definitely not a Bloodborne 2.
and that's
It's got to be something else that they've been working on.
Yeah,
right?
I mean,
so
there was this what do you call the ninja throwing knife? That is sort of in the middle of the shot in that teaser animation. And I think one thing that Neo did prove was that you can pull off Soulsborne style gameplay with like ninjas.
mm-hmm.
So that's where my money still is on.
On Tenchu.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see. I think someone from Software themselves tweeted out like, "Oh, you won't. How did you like the tease? You won't hear anything else for like the rest of the year, or maybe like end of the year or something." But maybe there's holding out for like, I don't know, next year's PSX again, or maybe E3. You never know. E3 is creeping up on us in 3 months here, give or take. So, let's see. Bad Boy wants to know, hey, I love the game and I love doing glitches. I was wondering if they didn't patch the glitches or not. Do you know?
That will take some research. And
Okay, that's fair.
there weren't any glitches.
Oh, Ghostbusters car?
Yeah, unofficial. The
Yeah,
Manhattan
sure.
Spirit.
Sure, whatever. Kevin Bowker says, are you excited about Kingdom Hearts 3? I'll be excited when it actually comes out, I guess. I'm so, like, it's been teased for so many years now, it feels like.
Yeah, I mean, imagine if, like, the only thing that's holding up Kingdom Hearts is the fact that Disney keeps buying all these studios and, they just feel like they need to add, like,
More
other
stuff.
properties. I mean, I'm thinking they need to save the Marvel and the Star Wars for, like, another Kingdom Hearts installment.
We'll see. Hello, The Last Man. How are you doing? Ezra Phoenix says, no, I repeat, I enjoyed Avril's first 2 albums. She was mostly into love songs, though. Okay. Devil Moon says, it's death metal, but I was kidding about the Avril Lavigne lead singer part. Okay. That's what I thought. I Googled that one. It's punk rock. Okay. Wait, are we talking about this song, Manic Scarface, or are we talking about Avril? Holy shit, this guy makes me feel old. You're not, trust me, we're both pretty old. You'd be surprised. Asians can hide it, that's all.
Yeah, I'll be 42 this year.
I did look it up. That's what the power of the internet allows me to do. Master Blaster is seconding it, saying it is Tenchu. We'll see. I don't know. There was a couple other good like theory crafts. I hit you up the night of or the day after that tease, and I went down the rabbit hole of Reddit, and it could be so many things, and like there were so many, or maybe it's not so many, but there was a good couple theories out there and reasons why. Like there was this other horror game that like From did that the name is eluding me, but it was kind of set in that time period too, and they're like, what if it's a survival horror game? It might have been that one,
or it could be Otogi.
But yeah, it might have been one of those two, and it was just like that could be it too, I guess. I don't know.
But don't think advancing to the Class B will be so easy. The event map has been cleared.
So I just upgraded my license.
It's up to you. Celebrate upgrading your license with a new car.
Gosh, yeah.
Bloodborne cart, yeah.
On a side note, hey, is there anything about like how the Switch controls that makes you excited or less excited about the remastered
Dark Souls?
Yeah.
I have to see how Dark Souls plays in handheld mode.
Right.
I'm excited to play because, as mentioned before, I've only beaten Bloodborne plus the DLCs, and then Dark Souls 3 and the DLCs. Well, actually, that's not true. I didn't beat the very, very last boss. There's like an extra boss in Dark Souls 3 that I didn't finish at the very end. There's like a dragon. But I never played Demon Souls. Well, that's not true. I beat the first boss of Demon Souls with John Luke on a stream, and then never touched it after that. And then I didn't play Dark Souls or Dark Souls 2. So looking forward definitely to trying out the Dark Souls on Switch. But I am curious how that feels handheld. Like in certain games, it's fine. The only thing I like know for sure that I would tell people almost like right away not to play, like genre-wise, is FPS games. So far, like in handheld mode, has not felt good at all. I'd almost say take the Joy-Cons off and play it that way, or if you have the money to invest into a Pro Controller, definitely do Pro Controller. I think the Pro Controller is pretty awesome. I think the price of that has gone down quite a bit too. But yeah, we'll see how it plays in handheld. I played Breath of the Wild exclusively or almost 90% of the time in handheld, and it was fine. So Kamura Tetsu says, I wouldn't be surprised if KH3, Kingdom Hearts 3 got delayed again. That would be insane if it got delayed again, considering they've come out and said that it's going to come out this year already. Like, that's just, I don't know. I don't know how much more fans can take. Or maybe it doesn't matter, and maybe they know that it's going to be fine. Who knows?
Yeah, and also, I mean, even if Kingdom Hearts, I mean, if Dark Souls Remastered doesn't work, I mean, if it's not my cup of tea on Switch, at least it is getting remastered on the other platforms.
PSPD. Are you asking about Diablo games or Diablo? You spelled Diablo, Diablo games, and I don't know if that's what you mean. If it's Diablo, then we can have a better I can have a better conversation about that because I played all three. Hello, Pink Diamond. How are you? Welcome to the chat. Lil Hampy89 wants to know, is this game better than Need for Speed? You'd have to answer this one.
You know, at the end, I can't think of any Need for Speed that I would rather play than this. Hot Pursuit comes close, but I think when comparing the two, the frame rate really makes a difference, and just the arcade style controls. But Hot Pursuit has its strengths. I mean, there is something to be said about just sort of the weight of the cars, sort of in the same way people talk about and revere the weight of like gunplay in like Killzone games. I sort of like equate that to sort of like the weight of cars in Hot Pursuit. In terms of like open world games that have both race-based goals and destruction, I can't think of anything better than Burnout Paradise.
Trini Outsider wants to know, can custom music still be used?
That's a good question. I have not actually tested that.
Okay,
but,
no worries.
I know we're not planning any kind of like review content on this.
No worries. Chubby M, is that a Ghostbuster car? It's a knockoff Ghostbuster car. Diablo is what I meant. My autocorrection on my phone, I typed too fast for it. Diablo, I've always had fun with it, but obviously you have to, enjoy that kind of like grindy loot chase type game. So if you don't, then obviously that's not going to be a game for you. I am curious if it is actually going to come out. Well, according to Eurogamer, who has a source, it's supposed to come out on Switch. Diablo 3, that is. And if it does come out on Switch, I want to try it out for sure. The PS4, I played the PS4 version or the console version, and that game on console actually surprised me. It played great. It played great. I expected it to be pretty like clunky, but it ended up being pretty good. And there's some systems in there that you wouldn't get on PC. Like you could trade with any of your items to anyone, which is great. That I don't know why it's still not in PC, but whatever. But yeah, that's the little talk about Diablo. We can talk about some other stuff now.
We'll race here, listening to some Depeche Mode.
Pothole it. I think this one's your favorite Burnout, right?
It's mine.
Correct? Yeah.
Yes.
Yours. Yeah. So if there was going to be one Pothole it, it'd be this one. For me, I haven't played very much of the Burnout series, sorry. So I can't speak to that. But I know John Luke, I think this is John Luke's favorite too. So we kind of did like a mini chat poll earlier just to see the, different Burnouts people enjoyed the best, and there was definitely a good variety there. So I think it's beauty's in the eye of the beholder for that. James Bond wants a remastered Burnout 3 takedown. James Bond, are you on break right now? No espionage to be done right now? That's the best, is when people have those kind of names. I think Batman's been in the chat before. That was great. He must have been off duty. He must have been Bruce Wayne.
There you go.
Ex Nihilo wants to know if you have ramp phobia. Because you're not going up that many ramps, I guess. Jason Small, is the soundtrack intact?
It looks intact. I mean, there sure are a lot of songs. I would have laughed if Paradise City actually was not in the game.
Well, why don't you scroll through the list a little bit here so people can see? Hawken SM210, this is the remastered version, yes. We'll have to see how Onrush shakes out. Sorry.
I will say it was sad when all subsequent releases of Crazy Taxi did not have, Offspring. Because it's just like how synonymous that band was with that game.
All right, so here's the soundtrack. It's good long list here.
It's a nice reminder of just like the amount of genres are being represented here. Oh yeah, and the in-house. Oh yeah, and like throwback music from the previous Burnouts, and some classical music.
No worries, Jason Small. Got your back.
Should do some.
There's a lot.
Classical music in a sec.
It just relaxes you. All right, can we outrace these other cars in our fake Ghostbusters car? Oh, here we go. He's switching the tracks. He's trying to get to classical music because that's when he'll race at his peak. Oh, he took them down. Okay, I was like, pays to have a stronger car here. What's up, Jake Paul? How are you doing?
This is sort of my era / like when I was in high school. The music I listened to. Let's see here.
Are you showing your age?
Showing my age.
Am I saying that? DNGN RDR says Takedown and Revenge are better than Paradise City IMO, but PC is better than Need for Speed, The Crew, etc. And I don't expect Takedown or Revenge will ever be remastered. Wingmaker Pro, this is the new remaster. Just so you guys know, if you guys want to check this out, if you have EA Early Access, you can play 10 hours, up to 10 hours for free now to check it out. If you don't, then you'll have to wait because this game comes out March 16th. Don't you guys have a flag on Rocket League? We do, Wolfie the Beast. We have a GameSpot flag. Stanny Edward, was it a war? Oh, Anthony says, are you guys Korean, Chinese, Japanese? I'm also Asian, by the way.
I'm Filipino.
Miguel is Filipino, and I am Chinese.
I'm like 1/16 Irish.
Yeah, it's like I have probably like something.
Oh no! Here they come! Oh!
What are you doing?
I turned a little early.
Way to let them back into the race.
Yes. Oh come on! This doesn't look good.
No, it doesn't. At least he crashed too, so you might be fine. Kind of blocked him. Maybe you should stop changing tracks while you race. That's probably what's costing you right now. I don't know if it's coming to PC. Let me double check for you. Oh, later this year. So it'll be PS4, Xbox One, and then I guess PC later this year. From what
Here we go. Saved it.
Saved. Whatever happened to that Skyrim show as Brian Valente? We stopped doing Skyrim mods a while ago.
Whoa.
Does this game have multiplayer?
Yes.
No worries, Brian. Thanks for stopping by. That's kind of a big time gap there if you haven't been here since Skyrim mods, though. Cam and Seb are off kind of doing their own thing. They've got their own production company now. We still partner up with them to do some cool video collabs every now and then. So you'll see them every now and then on GameSpot. They were with us during E3 last year. But yeah, I think they still do Skyrim stuff. So if you're curious, you can check them out, of course. Oop, PSPD's about to go listen to some Luda. Wrecked. Man, your car is in some bad shape there. What's up, bro Sam? How are you doing? Nova Fierce, what sports do you guys like? I'm a big football, but like in parentheses, soccer, or those aren't parentheses, but big football, aka soccer fan, and I also love WWE and Formula One. I am a American football fan as well as basketball. We're both pretty big Warriors fans. You guys can hate us if you want. That's fine. Hey, but I like to say I've been a Warriors fan since we sucked. So it's about time we had our time, I guess.
I mean, I can't say I was a Warriors fan when we sucked, though. I mean, that team from like 2007, 2008, 2006.
I've gone through all the bad stuff. The We Believe was when we started turning the corner.
I mean, I was paying attention to the record when Chris Mullin was playing with Hardaway.
Run TMC, baby.
Yeah.
Favorite WWE superstar? Ooh, that's tough. SC Howard. I also watch WWE. I don't follow it that much. I just try to keep up to date with like what's going on. So I'll watch highlights like the top 10 from SmackDown, top 10 from Raw, and then I'll find out who won what during the pay-per-views and stuff like that. But my favorite, I don't know, maybe Seth Rollins. Like even heel Seth Rollins is fine. I just think he has a lot of I like that he has a lot of variety in his like arsenal. Sorry, what were you gonna say?
Oh, I was just gonna say that. I mean, storylines in sports is something I really gravitate toward. I mean, I'm excited to see what upsets they're going to be in the NCAA tournament.
Oh yeah, March Madness.
Right.
Yeah, it's about to kick off soon.
Yeah.
They just finished finalizing the bracket, I think, yesterday.
Yeah, and Tiger Woods almost won a tournament.
Yeah, he was in the finals, right?
He was
the final portion of it.
Yeah, I mean, he was always like either 1 or 2 strokes back of whoever was leading.
Yeah. SC Howard says, "Good man." I'm guessing that's to my Seth Rollins. Kind of shocked he's kind of like fallen off in terms of like not like his ability, but just in terms of like where he's kind of ranked or rated in the WWE. He doesn't seem like he's the main attraction anymore, which is weird to me.
Why do you think that is?
I don't know. They just have different storylines going on, and they're pushing other people, I guess. But like, or maybe they feel like they pushed him long enough. I have no idea, but oh well. I don't get why you guys call American football because you barely kick the ball with your foot. Don't know, man. I don't know the history of the naming convention for it. We kick the ball for field goals, punts, and kickoffs.
If you see it, shut it down to add it to your car collection.
Can you explain to me why Asians root exclusively for either the Lakers or the Warriors? That's actually not true.
That's not true.
There's a big demographic in like Houston who are big fans of the Rockets, and I feel like when the Clippers were good, there were probably a lot of Clipper fans too that have now gone back over to being Laker fans. And then I wouldn't be shocked if there was a decent presence in New York or New Jersey, as Jeremy Lin Sanity when he was in New York, and then now being on the Nets. So I don't think that's necessarily true, but they probably. Lakers have a long standing, winning of championships and all that, and the Warriors are now like, the potential, hopefully, new dynasty. So maybe it's just more of like bandwagoning onto the winners.
Yeah, I mean, I confess I was a huge Bulls fan in the 90s, but who wasn't?
Yeah, I guess that's fair. I mean, there was like the thing with back then is that there was just not too many teams that could compete with the Bulls and or compete with Michael Jordan. But it was definitely fun to watch. Malik says, "Do you guys hate EA for what they have done?" I don't necessarily personally hate EA. Now, I probably have played less games that EA has published. But I could see why, there are people out there that aren't necessarily happy with EA. And, when you see those images where, it's like, here's the EA graveyard, it's right. Definitely not good.
Yeah.
It's definitely not good.
Yeah, it puts things into perspective. But, they've done their share of, like, publishing some very memorable games. I mean, I actually spent the holiday playing some EA titles that I was very nostalgic about, like Bulletstorm and Dead Space.
Yeah.
Over the holiday.
Rest
and
in peace, Visceral. Sorry.
We are coming to the 20th anniversary of the Square Electronic Arts partnership, where pretty much almost like practically every Squaresoft game that came out from like 1998, mid 1998 to 2002, we thank partially to Electronic Arts.
Save it. Okay.
Like games like Einhander and Parasite Eve.
Parasite Eve.
Yeah. When you see that Square Electronic Arts logo, that's because of that publishing partnership. Let's see.
Manic Scarface 187 says Fastlane was like an episode of SmackDown. That sucks. I heard the main event for SmackDown SmackDown. The main event for Fastlane was good though, which is all you can really hope for. You want
a good takedown. Oh,
nice. Of course, it's better to have the whole or most of the show be good, but nice. Oh, I thought you saved it.
Riding on a fence.
I think the E is setting up for a program where Rollins faces Roman for the Universal title. That'd be interesting, I guess. Nova Furious says, yeah, same like Seth Rollins, but I heart Finn Balor. He's a GOAT. Like the thing is, I when Finn Balor kind of moved over to WWE, I was on the Finn Balor train, but then it just started to get to a point where I don't know, all the moves became predictable, and maybe it's because he like the demon version of Finn Balor is the one to watch, the main event one, because he pulls out more of the stops. But I just feel like so far for me, like Rollins has had just like more moves that he pulls out, I guess. I don't know.
Hey Tay, where were you when the Warriors won their championship in 2015? Because I know we were at E3, but I remember being in my hotel room.
I can't remember.
Okay.
Probably hotel room. I remember watching the 2016 series where we lost it, and just being there watching every game in the room, just like yelling like, God, how are we? And then the whole Draymond Green getting suspended for kicking LeBron in the lower extremities. That basically won them the championship.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, obviously LeBron James and Kyrie Irving, they played very memorable Game 7, but it should have never got to that point.
Agreed.
But whatever. It is what it is. We won the best consolation prize we could that year, which is landing KD. So if you think about it in that way, 2 championships, no KD, or now 2 championships with KD with a hope for a third. Houston looks scary, though. Yeah. I'm not going to lie. Houston looks scary.
Agreed.
Let's talk about a way out in Far Cry 5. We're actually going to put up something from with is it Yosef? Yosef from one of the he helped develop the game. If I'm
creative
director. Sorry. For a way out, we have a let's play with him that's going up this week. I forget the day. It might even be tomorrow.
It's tomorrow. Actually.
Oh, is it? Okay, it's tomorrow. So looking forward to that. Looking forward to streaming that when it comes out. We'll have a little co-op jailbreak. Far Cry 5, if you're interested, we've put up some gameplay as well as a feature for Far Cry 5. Also a chat about it in terms of like, our thoughts on the game. And then also John Luke more recently, as of this weekend, did a history of Far Cry. So if you're curious on, what's going, or like how that's all kind of come along, watch that obviously. But it'll be interesting with Far Cry 5, with especially the political climate and all that stuff. So we'll see how much it goes into that, and we'll play it. We'll stream it, of course, when it comes out. Toastman X he says he's found his takedown groove now. I'm assuming you're talking about Rollins, but maybe you're talking about Balor. James Bond just started Far Cry the original on PC and says it's a hard game.
I hear things about like how brutal the initial the 1 and 2 are.
You mean back when games were actually hard?
Oh.
Haha, showing my age again.
Is that your position, Tay? Do you really believe that?
I feel like, I don't know, like here, when did the very first Far Cry come out? came out 2004. I don't know. I guess I'm showing my age just because, I don't know, video games in the past, and maybe it was just because I was younger and I sucked at games maybe, but like I feel like video games in the past compared to now were a lot more difficult. Sans some things. I'm not saying like everything that comes out now isn't actually hard. I'm just saying like if you look at it from a very broad general standpoint, that I feel like older games were way less forgiving.
Some of it also had to do with like control limitations, just, you know, despite how like, nostalgic people are for like tank controls.
Like, man, like, you know, I just think of all the games that haunted me and like when I was young. Ninja Turtles on NES.
Right.
I died so many times in that stupid swimming level where you had to avoid the mines while you're on a timer, and it was like the most frustrating experience that like I can remember as a kid. That's just that. That's it. I can get rid of that spammer, guys. No worries. I see that he said the same thing 3 times now. Where's my hot? Put a user in a timeout. All right. Reflect on your actions of spamming. All right. James Bond does agree. Games were way harder back in the day. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, it is kind of sobering just firing up a game I played growing up, and I think to myself, how did I even like beat this?
Yeah. I'm sure if I go back to a lot of games that I played as a kid that I struggled with, I'd probably perform a lot better, just because I'm more I'm more patient now. I understand the mechanics and all that stuff, but still, just like on a general, like, man, it was very different back in the day, at least for me.
Use it all in one go to perform a burnout.
And certain games and certain platforms, like just a PlayStation 1, a lot of those PlayStation 1 games are, in my opinion, pretty unplayable now.
Mm-hmm. Stan Edward Anthony asking, are you excited about the new God of War based on Norse mythology? Yeah, it looks interesting for sure, and we'll have more to come in the coming weeks, because I'm sure we'll be possibly going to see some of that stuff, so stay tuned. Obviously, we'll definitely stream it when it comes out, but yeah, it's coming out in April, right? So like a month away, which is crazy to think about. Like 420. But yeah, there's been some pretty solid games that have come out this year. Right now, I feel like we're in a little bit of a dry period right before, you know, some of these other bigger games are coming out end of March. You know, you have Far Cry 5, you have Sea of Thieves, you have some other fun titles like Attack on Titan, Ni no Kuni 2.
Yes.
Which, am I allowed to say who's reviewing Ni no Kuni 2? I'll just say that we're reviewing Ni no Kuni 2, and so stay tuned for that. I'm trying to think what else we have on the Kirby did Allied All-Stars? I think I'm saying that right. That game comes out this Friday as well, and that'll get a review too. Detective Pikachu is gonna get a review too. So, sideswipes.
You know, one thing that does excite me about God of War is now that they've moved on to another group of gods that basically opens the door for other mythologies, not just Norse.
I think someone had mentioned Battletoads as being really hard. Yep, that is another real hard game. Any news on Black Ops 4? Nothing new as of like, you know, what they teased, and I think they did the release date too, right? It was October, I believe, if I'm remembering correctly.
It's such a frustrating, unorthodox Roman numeral.
Wow, this guy just has multiple names.
Just the 4 eyes.
Oh. Why are we? What's wrong with what Nova said? I think it was fine. Let's see. I need to get rid of this guy that came back as someone else, though. This guy is persistent, Miguel. Someone wanted you to Wake Island. There you go. It's this guy. Come on.
Wait, what?
Is there a Wake Island? Am I making that up?
Big Surf Island?
Oh, then yeah, we already went there. Sorry, I'm like trying to do two things at once, and me being a guy, I'm terrible at multitasking. Who's hyped for GTA 6? Come on, Master Blaster. We gotta get Red Dead 2 first, which already got like a delay.
Yeah, I need to beat the first Red Dead.
I am kind of curious what they're gonna do with Black Ops though, because like Black Ops 3 was the one where they introduced like you have like heroes, right? Like and hero abilities. So I don't know. Are they gonna continue with that, or are they gonna
thinking multiplayer?
Dial back? Yeah, multiplayer. Sorry.
I don't know.
It's because like you like each character had different abilities. I think you could pick from 2.
Right.
Like I remember Reaper, if I'm getting that right, was the robot, and I remember I used the clone a lot because it was so dirty. You just send out 3 or 4 clones from your body, and people would shoot the clones, and then you kill them. And like the media says, I really hope God of War just blows people away. Yeah, hope so. I mean, it's been a while since we've gotten a God of War game. Rabbit94J says, you think it's worth it to buy a 4K and PS4 Pro for Red Dead Redemption 2? I mean, if you want to experience that game at the highest, one of the highest. Well, actually, technically, Xbox One X would have higher fidelity, huh? Between the 2 consoles,
probably, yeah.
Yeah, because the PC version will obviously come out later, as you know, almost all Rockstar games go. They come out on console first, and then they'll release PC later on. So, Wake Island is from Battlefield. Sick. Thanks, Bad. Any idea when Fortnite Save the World will be available for free? That I'm not sure. Because, yeah, right now only the Battle Royale is free, which I would assume most people are playing compared to the Save the World mode. Is this version of Burnout any different from the older version?
You know, honestly, it's pretty darn identical. But it also speaks to just like how smooth and slick the original game was.
Are you guys any good at stunt races? I'm truly terrible.
I'm not doing well today, but I always found that it was easier to do stunts in the hills as opposed to the streets, but that's also because my videographic memory of where the sick jumps are is a little hazy.
Gotcha.
I mean, there's a jump here. Wait.
Any news on Cyberpunk? No. I mean, I guess if you want to go down that rabbit hole of, oh, they got Twitter verified and they did, like, what was the tweet they put out? Like, beep or something? It was a very just, like, whatever tweet.
I think I got it. Oh.
I think I got it.
No, I lost the combo.
I would say maybe hold out hope for E3.
I did win.
I'm on. Who knows? Any news on Dishonored 3? Not that I know of. I like how they're just trying to fish and hope that I have actual information when I got nothing for you guys, man. Black Ops 4 coming out on a Friday. On a Friday. Does this version come with all the DLC cars already unlocked?
Yes.
Asked Pedro Chavez. Chavez or?
I believe it does.
Did you survive that? Oh, I guess so.
Driving away.
Oh, you're a hit and runner, huh? Terrible. Goopshoe Ryan, I just want a full trailer for Shadow Dies Twice this year. I don't even know what game that is.
Oh, that's the From Software game. That's the unofficial title, because that's the only like words that they used in the teaser.
Oh, that was for the From Software, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. I can't remember all these things. Will there be a Half-Life 3? Probably not. Let's be real here. Come on. Prince Rosario's back, and this time doing a better job of not spamming in all caps. We'll see how long that lasts. Welcome back. Wow,
good.
Bob Jones going with a bold prediction. I say Cyberpunk 2077 is coming out this fall, and we'll learn that at E3. That is a bold prediction. I think it'll be already pretty amazing if we hear about it and get like some type of gameplay in for Cyberpunk, and that would already be a lot.
Because we haven't seen any gameplay yet, right?
No, we've only ever seen that one trailer, like from a long time ago. That was like pretty cool, but like, you know, what is that really? It showed nothing of the game, other than like, you know, like maybe time period and like what the game's gonna kind of be about, or you know what I mean?
Here we go.
Mr. Steve K88, I don't know when this will be released on PC. I saw it was just supposed to be later this year. Prince Rosario saying sorry. It's all right. For now.
Oh, shoot! How did I not crash? Okay.
Apparently if you hit, let's see. We're trying to, someone's giving us a tip. Mitt Ramney says hit the bumpers on the controller at the same time, you'll start to roll. And then you just take out everything in your way to keep the boost bar up so you can keep tumbling towards traffic, I guess.
Oh, right. Okay, I got it.
Nice. Thanks, Mitt Ramney. Like Mitt Romney, but not. Look at this. Whee! We're dancing. What's BL3? What is that an acronym? Borderlands 3? I think that's what Goku DB's universe. I hope we get some I would assume that's Borderlands 3 news at GDC or E3. That'd be interesting. I don't know, man. What was the last? Was it? Oh, it's the game that tanked. It was the like MOBA shooter. What is it?
Battleborn.
Battleborn, yeah. That was.
That was.
Is that gonna be like their last chance to come back? You think? Borderlands 3, maybe.
In Gearbox?
Yeah. We'll have to see. Oh, look at this. That's awesome. Thank you for the tip. Invader Chris, I'm still playing The Division after all this time. Super looking forward to E3 for the reveal of Division 2. Yeah, I'm actually excited to see what that's like too, because I feel like there was a time before, but if there was ever a time to overtake Destiny 2 and just be like that online shooter, that people play on a weekly, daily basis, it's probably going to be The Division 2, and it'd be pretty cool if it came out this year. I have no idea if it's coming out this year, if they're just revealing it. They've done such great work with Division and coming out with like updates and refining their game, sort of in the same vein that Destiny 1 did, where they kept refining the game so it got to a really optimal spot. So as long as The Division 2 makes sure to keep its features from Division that they've already put in the game, Division 2 is going to be better than Destiny 2 probably.
And this also, coming from the same publishers like Rainbow Six.
Whoa, that's awesome. But yeah, we'll have to see though, because obviously we won't know till later in a couple months. But it's going to be a cool time. And maybe I should probably jump back into Division 1 like Mike Mahardy is. We also put out a piece on what we want into Division 2. If you haven't checked that out, you should. Pretty cool little chat. And you are killing it now with the points. Thanks, Mitt. That was a good one. Good advice, rather. Your car is getting destroyed. I love it, though. Take down the cars that go around in free roam to unlock them. Is what OD Pond says.
Switch to time road rules, then beat the record to rule that road.
All right, you want to do like one more little thingy?
Yeah, let's
we'll call it
one more race.
A hot Burnout Paradise Remastered stream after that. Remember, you guys, if you have EA Early Access, you can get out there and play this game now on Xbox One. You get a 10-hour trial. Otherwise, if you're looking forward to this game, it's $39.99 on PS4 and Xbox, and eventually PC at some point. So the Division 2 is confirmed. Yeah, it's TY. They confirmed it last week. I think was it Friday or Thursday? I can't remember. I'm losing track of time, but I think it was Thursday or Friday. They pretty much confirmed it, and that we would see more of it in whatever capacity that means at E3. So. Wish they would bring back the Rainbow Six Vegas series. Who knows? Q Gear says the best place for this mode is in the middle of Cross Street.
Agreed.
Valerio also saying, I wouldn't be surprised about a PS5, to be honest. Yeah, who knows? I mean, there was like swirling rumors about that too, right?
Because even with GDC, connected to GDC, which is happening next week.
Yeah, we'll see.
It's not unheard of for a console to be actually unveiled at GDC. If any historians remember, it was also where the original Xbox was unveiled.
As the marked man, you are here. Head west to the
intersection of Cross Street. Okay.
Watch out for the other drivers trying to wreck you.
Because Video Game says that was impressive, and then Master Blaster said, "Too bad, no explosion." Linux 177. Hello. All right, what's this last? You're doing Markman?
Correct. I just got to
To end it?
survive. And get
Okay,
it
survive.
To the end.
Good luck.
Thanks.
Hopefully go out on a W here.
Drive in parallel with this guy who's.
Is there any
targeting
way
me.
that Destiny 2 is saved by the end of this year? Asked Rabbit94J. It's possible. What they can do is what they did with. Oh no!
Come on.
I'll give you one more shot at it.
No, it's fine. I mean,
Oh,
I
you
think
get to keep going?
Yeah.
Okay. The only way I could see them potentially getting saved is if they come out with a big enough DLC or expansion like they did with Taken King, where it introduces like a bunch of new stuff. Like we'd need to see probably like a new class potentially, or like new subclass at least. And then we'd also need like, just, I don't know, like another planet or like another enemy type, because it's kind of getting a little old with the ones that they have. So, I mean, a lot of it depends on some of those things I just said. Obviously, there's other things that could help, potentially save it, but those are the things that come to mind off the top of my head. But right now is the time for the Division to strike. And they had a real good chance when it first came out to kind of compete with Destiny, and then it kind of just fell off a bit because of the exploit stuff with, the incursions, as well as the Dark Zone that kind of put a sour taste in some people's mouth. A lot of that stuff has now been fixed. They've added a lot of cool new like modes and things like that, and event-based things. So yeah. I think someone asked about Watch Dogs 3. You think we're gonna get a Watch Dogs 3? Hard to say. I don't know. Do you think Fortnite on mobile will work? Asked Prativ Bruno. I want to see it. It'll be interesting. I don't know how that's gonna play out just on mobile alone without trying to add on like a controller or something. There are controller peripherals for mobile, but at that point, why would you play on mobile? But it is interesting to see that they beat PUBG to the punch there, because PUBG is had a mobile game in the works, probably still does, and they're gonna have cross. I like how you're playing classical music. They're gonna have crossplay across PC, Xbox, and mobile, iOS. So we'll see how that goes. Interested. Maybe if we could try streaming it on mobile. It'll be a hell of an experience, I guess. It probably won't look very good.
Have we ever streamed on mobile?
Very rarely. But we have the dongle to make that a thing. So,
Barely made it.
Who knows? We could try. It'll it'll be interesting, that's for sure. All right, cool. Any last thoughts, Miguel?
No, I mean, this is gonna be one of the many games that I look forward to just playing when I'm not in the mood of playing a work-related game. It's nice to see this property introduced to maybe folks who've actually who don't even remember Burnout Paradise. The price point, I guess, is is a little high. But it's nice that you don't have to worry about getting any more DLC.
Yeah. So the price point, if you guys were curious and didn't know and haven't been watching the stream, is $39.99. It does come out March 16th, which is, I believe, Friday this week. However, as mentioned earlier, if you have EA Early Access, you can play 10 hours for free on Xbox One. So, obviously do that if you want to. Otherwise, yeah. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We'll be back tomorrow. Same time, 11 a.m. We're going to be checking out Assassin's Creed Origins' newest DLC, A Pharaoh's Curse. And yeah, it should be a fun time. And then Wednesday, I believe, unless I decide to last minute switch something, we'll probably try to check out some Devil May Cry HD collection. That's out this week as well. It comes out tomorrow. And yeah, look forward to the rest of the week at 11. Thank you guys all for tuning in. Appreciate it. Thank you, Miguel, for playing.
No problem.
And we'll see you guys next time.
See you guys.
Thanks a lot, guys.